After we've learned about these two sectors, I want all of us as a group now to make the decision on how much money do we think we will give to those sectors based on what we've learned now, and also based on our experience in terms of what those two sectors do. Now, the question is, how do we make this decision? Do you want to make it by consensus? Do you think we will agree? Or do you want to make it by voting? Do you want to do secret ballot? How do you think we should make this decision?
The best thing is to vote.
To vote.
To vote, to decide on the proportion, which proportion we want to. That's how we break the tie.
We need to give an average on all of them and then come to a consensus.
I have an idea.
Yes.
We will have group leaders. Groups will appoint one person. And that person will present the views. And then we will list this group, the majority number of groups that will have that are either pro-infrastructure or pro-education takes the day.
The decision today has to be from you and by you alone. So for me, I'll just be guiding the discussion. Number two, we are going to make this decision as one group. I know we had our own little discussions, and in that discussion, like the group that was here was very animated and very hot. But the decision we are going to make, the 20 of us. So I want you to think of this as a simulation of what could happen in a county. I want you to see, so one of them was consensus. There was one that was a bit of a mix of voting and consensus, the majority, but then the minority also have to buy into the idea of the majority in terms of their justifications. Voting, this one is equally an election. Nasema education 60, infrastructure 40%, wangapi 60, watu wanainua mikono, wangapi 40, watu wanainua mikono. So that's option 3. Then the last one, which is what John was speaking to, is we first of all figure out who are the two sectors, who are pro-education, who are pro-infrastructure. Then now both groups stick to their priorities, and then they come to some kind of argument in a trade-off. They seemed to have a very clear idea after going through the information that we presented them, on the information that they would need to better understand the process and to better make the decisions that we were asking them to make that day.
So we are going to divide ourselves into 4 groups. After you have discussed and just understanding the sector, we will come back here and we will debate how should we allocate money between infrastructure, ICT, and energy, and education. Today we are just going to be using an example of 100 shillings. You have 100 shillings, it is all the money available to government. It is all available for distribution. But you have 2 sectors. You have energy and you have education. How much will you give to each of these 2 sectors and why?
We went this time for a smaller set of decisions to be made. And what we wanted to do is to see whether people come to a decision a bit more easily when they have a smaller decision to make.
So I think social protection should have the largest.
So you pay 70.
70.
You pay 70. 70. Then you ibakishiwe that.
Why can this 203 billion be reduced to become, other than 81%, to become 75%, and then the other to increase up to 25%?
I think it's 60 for social protection and 40 for governance.
Kuna idara mbili tu katika serikali. Idara moja tutaita energy broadly, na hiyo idara nyingine tutaita education broadly. Umepewa shilingi 100 na umeambiwa tungependa ugawanye hii shilingi 100 jinsi ambavyo unaona ni vizuri kulingana na uzito wa yale majukumu ambayo yanahitajika kufanyika katika energy na yanahitajika kufanyika katika education. How do you allocate the 100 shillings?
Education should be given more. In this case, 70. And then the other one will get 30.
Kwangu ningeongeza tena 10 nitoe 10 kwa 30 niongeze kwa 70 iwe 80-20 kwa upande education.
Yangu itakuwa education 60, infrastructure 40.
For me, I would take education 65%. Then I would give infrastructure 35%.
I would give infrastructure 60%.
Infrastructure 60.
And give education 40%.
Education is 60.
Yes. So the first option.
Energy is 40.
I was proposing it to be 50-50.
People given time and the right kind of information can actually contribute to a discussion. And they don't need to know the granular details. They don't need to know every last detail of things. But for instance, I mean, we had the sectors that we were having debates around this time, you know, education and infrastructure, you know, and whether to invest more in capital development or in human development. People had ideas, and they were all speaking from the context that they were working from.
Not all will be employed in the white-collar jobs, indicating that a lot of resources should go to education such that as many people as possible can be educated, and those ones who cannot be employed in the white-collar jobs can be employed, can self-employ themselves. In the infrastructure, as we have gone through the document, we have found that some sectors can provide money for itself, like the petroleum. It will sell its petrol and it will get its money from elsewhere. So I tend to think education should be given more. In this case, 70. And then the other one will get 30.
Kind of market-driven kind of education. Because honestly speaking, what you need in life is only how to read, write, and speak. Then you can be able to sell anything. You can make it your way in life. Not everybody can be employed in office. And not in office, that's the only place that you can make money. You can make money in the street and you can make money anywhere. So what we need as a country, as we wrap up, is that we need basic education, but I would go with infrastructure, 70% education, 30%.
We were trying to see, after 4 years, we produce 1 million from 4 rivers. 70,000 got to university. Out of the 70,000, 10% are focus and material. The remaining 930,000 are Kulima. They are not adding as much as infrastructure would. Garissa Road was built by NYS sometimes back. NYS guys are trained for 6 months. And they built that road, and it's one of the best roads in the country. So we don't need to put 70% in education so that we produce great minds. We just need to be organized.
When you look at education provides for basic knowledge of language, basic knowledge about environment, knowledge of innovations. You get to travel, you get to exchange, you get to learn from other places. And all of this can be gotten from attaining a basic education, from a basic to skill-based education. So all these departments cannot be in existence because I don't see a department where you don't need somebody who's educated. Even if someone said there is the informal sector, which constitutes of people who are not educated, but I need to educate you pro bono that those people are aided by people who are educated. I may be working at a construction company as a person who draws water for the builders. There should be a mason, there should be somebody who did the plan. So without those people who actually attained an education, that building cannot be in one piece. So don't just look at the people who are in the informal sector for having not been educated. I'm supporting education for such reasons.
How do we make this decision? As you realize, consensus si rahisi vile.
We need to make informed decisions. We should not just make decisions because they are popular or because what people think. We need to get expert advice. So from the expert advice, they should come, they should tell us what they feel and why they feel about whatever they're going to do. That is where we can go. So to me, the main thing here is, do we have the information? And mostly the information will come from expert advice and from data access.
I need to make a decision based on my needs.
On your needs?
Yes. Because an expert may be giving me a decision based on something that is taken from elsewhere, not from really what I want. Yes. You could be doing research, you could have done research in a particular area and then you bring it to me and you think or you feel that this probably can be implemented here. But I need to also have my say. I need to look at things and feel I can give what I have back to the expert so that they synthesis and then they look at it and say, now probably we need to do it this way. But first of all, you need to come from.
Somebody said, we go to the calculation of the social youth. We are, according to the last resolution of
Unaanza kufanya chenye unasema
and doing the social protection. We are now going to use the previous mathematics of the groups, like governance, group 1 is 61, group 2 is 75, group 3 is 70, group 4 is 49. Calculating this mathematics, then divide, and then the answer to the governor. Alafu kuja tena kwa social protection. Unafanya tena hivyo mpaka mwisho, una divide na kuweka.
Nataka kuweka tuone kama watu watakubali. Haya, ukifanya hivyo governance, justice, law and order itapata 64. Joshua. Kwa hivyo ile yenye inabaki,
are you thinking of the 85%, the current expenditure, governance? Hiyo inashuka.
sasa tuko na proposal yenye ni moja. Sasa nataka tufanye kazi na hiyo moja. So governance, justice, law and order 64, social protection 36. Now, what changes do we want to make to those numbers in any way? So we are dealing with one number. Sasa tumefanya hesabu ya hizi, tumemaliza. So of these two numbers, and based on the point Dominic is raising, what adjustments do we want to make to these numbers to a point where we feel it's comfortable and Dominic can say, I think I understand why we have made that final decision and I am comfortable with it. How many for more for infrastructure? How many for education? Okay, so 2575. Stucky celebration. How many are those? In a democracy, you still have to count all of them. 15. Okay, then 2080. That is 3. Okay, so how many people do we have in the room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 21.
So we start with the first one. How many would like us to allocate 40 to energy and 60 to education?